to hear from other women on this app about their experience with this.
So I play League, the most toxic game on earth, and misogyny still exists, but also in general, people are just horrible to one another. But I would say my experience with the game...
Gentlemen, welcome back to another week's worth of videos. Before we begin, I just wanted to say thank you all for the amazing support on the channel. We've managed to hit 1,000 subscribers last week, and in such a short amount of time as well. Myself and the gang are just blown away and so appreciative of you all for tuning in. Sincerely, thank you always for the support. With that, this week we have yet another new segment. So, each week I'll be looking through the Discord suggestion channel and picking something to go over that is posted there to create a special report on. This one was brought to our attention by the user Cray. Now, if you aren't part of the Feed and Gang Discord, after the video, go visit Taylor's channel and check for the link in the description of the videos. Eventually we'll have that added to my videos, but for the time being, I'm just focusing on getting the content out for you. So, back to the topic at hand, being that video games are misogynistic. This Egirl is going to tell you everything about it. Let's listen to her take before I roll the gaming content.
Game has been less straight up misogyny and more just like subtle sexism and gender stereotyping. Like, I used to play a support role, which is generally viewed as the e-girl role, and there's a lot of cute, girly champions there, and I used to really love to play girly and cutesy champions. Because they're fun.
Aww.
So champions like her, or her,
Oh my god.
and her. And usually things were fine, like whenever I had a really good game, people would talk about me in like gender neutral terms, or they would say like, good job bro, like that was insane bro, and that's fine. But what I noticed was that when I had a really bad game, people would start flaming me, but they wouldn't start flaming me normally. They would say things like, e-girls are ruining the game. You know, comments like that, just making the assumption that I'm a girl because I'm playing these champions and because I'm bad. Now, this wasn't something that happened every game, and it wasn't something that happened particularly often, but it happened enough to where I noticed it. And I think my username probably also contributed to this because it was like a cute username. But last year, I made the switch from support to mid lane, and I started playing different champions. And all of a sudden, nobody's calling me an e-girl anymore. Now when I have a bad game, people just say things like, no, you're literally so dog. Bro, just uninstall the game, like uninstall right now. No one assumes that I'm an e-girl anymore. Go figure.
I would love to hear from other women on this app about their...
Okay, well, that's that. I'm still kind of unsure of where exactly the line on this being misogynist is. Back to some Metal Gear Rising. I didn't get all the content out that I wanted to last week, so we're gonna go through that again. Bear with me. I'm just playing this game for the first time. It's absolutely insane. Back to the topic at hand. First and foremost, it's just absolutely bullocks. I can't think of a single game that, to mind, is completely misogynist. And gentlemen, try to think yourselves. What's the last game that you played that had such such a hot take to it? Can't think of a single damn one. Now, what I will agree with is video games such as LoL are very competitive, so people are going to toss around insults for sure, whether they know your gender or don't. It's just so funny. Like, I'm sure they could still tell that you're an e-girl with the name that you have, despite the champions that you're playing, even if you play male or ambiguous creatured champions. You'll have to forgive me, I haven't played League in quite a while. They're still probably gonna know that you're an e-girl and call you those things, even if you're saying that they randomly don't anymore. I just don't believe it. The one thing that I do understand about League is that it's not supposed to be a fun game. It's very competitive, and people get super upset when you're not performing the way they expect to. It's a team-based game, you know, everybody wants to win so they can advance in the ranking. And I get that there are, you know, ranked and non-ranked modes as there are in most games, but like, yeah. Nothing really misogynist about it, just not to your expectations. She's definitely getting called out for performing badly, and again, it really doesn't have anything to do with your gender. I'm sure if I were to boot up League right now and go and play a goal competitive match, I'd be absolutely flamed and eaten alive because my performance would be terrible, having not played it for years and not intending to ever really play it again. Yeah. So women get called out in games for simply being there, but it's not like we don't allow them to exist within these games. I'm sure that you've been in a random COD lobby before, and you've heard somebody with a female voice come up and start talking smack as well, just like the boys do. I find that the women that do play these games have a bit of a masculine side to them, and it's like, this is how they're getting things out. I don't think that video games are inherently masculine or feminine. Sure, there are ones that have certain themes that, you know, definitely bow to specific genders, like, no, Raiden! Obviously, like visual novels that are made for women that have yaoi themes in it. Like, of course, sure. Not necessarily a video game, but I think you get my point. Although a majority of the games are made for just random genders. It's not like we don't allow women to exist within these spaces. So thinking otherwise is just silly. I know plenty of females that play League of Legends, and they usually do monopolize on the fact of them being a woman in a video game. Like, even with this one, she was like blown away. It's like, oh, I could just act cutesy and get free skins? Yes, you can do that. That's something that guys can't do. Unless they pretend to be women. Then, you know, perhaps they'll get what they want, but you do that at your own discretion. You never know what exactly is gonna happen here. Either way, her take here, yes, she said it's only slightly misogynist, but at the same time, it's really not. You know, I didn't see a single factoid in this video that proved the claim here. Maybe I'll go back and look at the person who originally did this and ask the question and see what their experience with misogyny in video games has been. But for the most part, it's not there. Obviously, if you're female presenting in any sort of game, you're going to be treated differently. But that's just like anything in life, you know? Women and men have certain privileges, if you want to call them that, and advantages. Anyways, thanks again, Cray, for dropping this in the suggestions channel, and I'm gonna be looking over more content like this on the weekly, just to bring you guys the best. I just thought this one was absolutely funny. She had no grounds to stand on, and it was more like just creating content to create content, not really bring anything. Either way, fiends, it's been a pleasure presenting my findings to you today, and if you liked my content, help spread it throughout YouTube by liking the darn video and subscribing to my channel. Turn on the notification bell, as I will have new findings for you every single day. Do comment down below the video with your thoughts on this creator and any thoughts of mine that resonated with you, or any topics of discussion in regards to this video. Also, don't forget to visit Taylor's channel today to catch up on his content, and join the Discord if you'd like me to be using your suggestions in a potential future video. Until tomorrow, always do your due diligence.